Hello everyone, I am Aditya Permana. In this nice occasion, I will present a presentation about an analysis of category thief in translating text from English into Indonesian in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut. Chapter 1. Research Background. According to Larson, 1984, translation has first new thoughts and procedure to transfer the message from the source language to the target language. And category shift is one of the types of translation. While, according to Catford, 1965, category shift has four types of shift, namely structural shift, intrasystem shift, unit shift, and class shift. On this occasion, the researcher will only focus on analyzing category shift in translation. The object of the study is the translation of the novel, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, from the language English into the target language Indonesia. Okay, let's move to the next slide. We have research problem. Based on the explanation in the research background above, the author will elaborate and formulate the main problem of this research as follows. 1. What kind of category shifts are found in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, into Indonesian translation? 2nd, what is the dominant category shift found in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, into Indonesian translation? Then, next, we have aims of the research. The objectives of this research are to answer the problems as mentioned in the section above. They are as follows. First, to find out the types of category shift found in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, into Indonesian translation. Second, to find out the dominant category shift contained in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, into Indonesian translation. So next, we have significance of the research. The research is expected to be useful theoretically and practically to the researcher, the students, the translators, and the lecturers. Then we have scope of the research. This research was only focused on analyzing the four types of category shift that are unit shift, class shift, structure shift, and intrasystem shift from the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Debut, by using Catford's theory. The novel itself has 183 pages and 276 pages for its translation into Indonesian. For analyzing the four types of category shift, the researcher only collected the data from the first 20 pages and the last 20 pages of the original novel and the translated novel as the representative samples. Okay, now we are going to chapter 2, Let's review. Every expert has a different idea about the definition of translation. However, from the various definitions have a purpose that almost same. In this research, the researcher uses the definition of some expert that can become a reference for understanding the meaning of translation. There are some definitions of translation by experts stated by Newmark 1988. Translation is rendering the meaning of a text into another language in the way that the author intended the text. Now, let's move to relevant research. There are so many studies about translation shift, but only few of them that focus on category shift. The researcher takes four titles as references to do the study. The first is category shift in the translation of the novel Sapphire Rose, written by Hermine, 2016. The second is category shift in the translation of the novel The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho into Indonesian language, written by Sari 2022. The third is category shift in the translation of the novel Woman at the Point Zero in Bahasa Indonesia, written by Tisa 2022. The fourth is the analysis of category shift in the novel Sign by Jessica Jung and its translation, written by Latifa, Bahar, and Udin in 2020. So now we are approaching the end of presentation. We have 4 topics in the last chapter. Firstly, we have research design. This research is about category shifts that are found in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician Nephew. By using catford theory, the novel itself has 183 pages and 276 pages for its translation into Indonesian. For analyzing the 4 types of category shift, the researcher only collected the data from the first 20 pages and the last 20 pages of the original novel and translated novel as the representative samples. Next, we have research methodology. The study used a descriptive qualitative method to analyze the data in the novel The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician Nephew. The researcher did a post-reading to collect the data, then describe and analyze the data